Good morning, and really want to thank Sudir for inviting me to come and attend this magnificent conference. I mean, it's amazing knowing the journey that Sudir had to say where he has developed this technology and developed an entire company and infrastructure, and brought this this technology to places like India and the world. And so I'm not a robotic surgeon. So I asked Sudir, what do you want me to talk about in a robotic meeting? And Sudir said, well, just talk about your journey of cardiac surgery in India. So that is going to be my topic. I was born in Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu. You can see it's all the way at the tip. We're about very, very close to Ceylon. So I left there when I was 10 years old, came to the US. So I've been in the US for 50 years. So all my education and training has been in the US. And so my connections back to India, however, are very strong. And probably primarily because of my association with Sai Baba. So Sai Baba invited me to come to a symposium in 1994 in Puttaparthi, and there he is giving me a memento. And that kind of started my connections with India. When I come to India now, and I usually come every year, it's not, I usually go to the Sathya Sai Institutes of Higher Medical Sciences. There's two types. The first one was in Puttaparthi in the bottom. The second was in Bangalore. And so I have come to Puttaparthi. Actually, after this meeting, I'm going there again. So we do volunteer work. That's actually where I met Sudir as well. So Sudir, you may not know, when Puttaparthi opened, was one of the real driving forces in having that hospital come off the ground. He would bring his entire team there, and they would work for weeks at a time and do the surgery. And so that established the volume in that institution. And then they trained the surgeons there now. So now they have a large cadre of people, and these are the people, some of these have been here, some of these people have been here for over 30, 35 years, and they're incredible. Whenever you think you're doing something great, you should look at other people, because they have devoted their entire life and career to being in Puttaparthi and providing care completely free of charge to a whole host of people. So I've gone to Puttaparthi. That's where Sudir and I kind of actually bonded. What Sai Baba says is that if you take a step towards me, I'll take 10 steps towards you. So my association with that hospital has actually taught me a lot of life lessons. So I'm not a religious person, but I would consider myself more of a spiritual person. And so these are some of kind of important life lessons that I have been taught, not directly, but indirectly by Swami. So, I used to ask him, we do these difficult cases and people die. And, how do I reconcile that? And he always said, the only thing you can do is control your actions. You should do the best, absolute best you can, but the outcomes are determined by a higher power, whether you consider that fate, nature, karma, or God. So those are things that you cannot control. And those are things that you don't expect the outcome, but you do the best you can. Then he said, eliminate the ego. And many, many times while I've operated there, he's shown me multiple times that you are not the doer, you are not the person in control. Again, do the best you can. Another saying that he says is that hands that serve are holier than lips that pray. A lot of people talk about things like helping everybody else, but actually do the work. And then there's universality, that everything happens for a particular reason. I mean, I met Sudir and we've had so many different meetings and relationships, and Sudir's life is like a yo-yo. But look what he's created. And every single thing that has been done there has been for a reason. And the other important thing is that, we are, everyone is God's instrument. So it's not like you're Bill Gates or you're a cardiac surgeon. Every single person has been put on this earth for a particular reason, and you need to respect them, and you need to treat them all as equals. I think Sai Baba, Sudir, and I have this very, very interesting relationship. It's amazing what he's created. He said that Sai Baba came into his dreams and had told him to move, and he did move to Chicago. And he started the robotic program at Chicago. And then, he had a real singular vision for robotics and the world. And he went from Chicago to Atlanta. Then he came to India and wanted to revolutionize cardiac surgery in India with robotics. Realized that it was very expensive and the robot just was not the right instrument for India. So then what did he do? Instead of giving up and coming back to the US, he said, well, I'm going to create a robot. So he started his journey of making a robot for India and the world. And I will say it's been a long, challenging journey. I think, his successful launch is incredible and his focus on worldwide adoption. I think the key thing here is that SSI, the mantra is made in India for the world. And that picture is an interesting picture because, that's on top of the Shanghai Tower. And it looks like we're all hanging on for dear life. And sometimes, when we do these type of complex operations, or we create a company like Sudir has, it is oftentimes that you're hanging on for dear life. But if you hang on hard enough and you work hard, you will succeed like Sudir has. So thank you again very much. And thank you, Sudir, for allowing me to talk.